Hi there, it's been about 6 months since I've done my last video, and I thought it's about time I started up again. So I've got a fun sort of family history find for you today. So I found this the other day, Commonwealth War Graves, and it's a great website to find out about your ancestors. From previous videos, as you know, Minter is a surname of mine families. So if you go down, there's a lot of Minters. You've got 78 here. Now you can choose the country where they're commemorated. You can choose which war it was they fought in, their date of death, who they served with, and so one of the interesting things here is there is civilian war dead. So this is what I'm going to look at today, and it's interesting because one of the people I found on here is was killed in the Blitz. So as you can see, this Arthur Henry Minter here was a civilian who died on the 17th of the 10th 1940, and he was only 10 years old. So I click through, and it tells me that he was the son of Albert Victor and Ellen Kate Minter of 121 Marks Road, and he died at Cotton's Recreation Ground shelter. So we know this is in 1940. So I do a little Google search, and you can see there's a few things here. And if you scroll down, I found this little book about Essex and the Blitz, and it tells you that 6 died from a direct hit on a public shelter at Cotton's Recreation Ground. So I'll go and try and find out some more about this. So I know it's the 10th of October 1940, I think. No, 17th of October. So type in 17th of October 1940. Click all. And we'll try and find some more information about what happened. And so this is actually a local London Gardens website, but it tells you that during World War II, the Cotton's Recreation Ground was given over for wartime allotments, public air raid shelters, and a decontamination centre was constructed, which was later converted into a pavilion and cafe. 6 wooden sculptures were installed in 2009 to commemorate 6 civilians who lost their lives in the park during bombing in October 1940. So now I know there's wooden sculptures there. I just go to Google and go to Cotton's Recreation Ground, and we're just going to type in wooden sculptures. Okay, so I found this now. Cotton's Recreation Ground is now called Cotton's Park. So these are the wooden statues. 6 of them have been put up in memory of the people who died, and one of them being a distant relative for me. So that's quite interesting to find on a family history front. However, there is more. I typed in Google the date and Cotton's Recreation Ground. I found this document which is done by the local council, and so it says 23:30 hours on the night of 17th of October 1940, during the Second World War, a line of bombs, probably from a German Henkel 111 bomber, started to fall near Alan Carr's showroom, then all across Cotton's Park to Recreation Avenue. Tragically, one of the 3 bombs that landed in the park fell close to the park's underground public air raid shelter. As there were no blast wall in front of the shelter entrance, 6 people from 9 inside were killed, and then it lists the people who died. As you can see, they're all rather young, and Arthur Henry Minter, who is my relative, is there. And it goes on and it says, it seems strange that these young families were taking shelter there at this late hour, and someone has kindly given the reason. The 2 families had their own type of Anderson type air raid shelters in their back gardens, but both were being lined with concrete at the time. The concrete was to stop the water seeping in to these semi-underground shelters and having to bail them out every day. So this is why they were in that shelter, and unfortunately a bomb hit it and they died. So it's quite a sad story, but it's an interesting family history find that I found with this. There's just one more website I want to show you in relation to this family history sort of inquiry, and I will show you this now. So there's a website called Bomb Site, and this has mapped all the World War II bombs in London. I don't think it's done the rest of the country yet, and I'm sure they will do in due course, because it wasn't just London. There were loads of major towns and cities that got bombed. Bristol, York, Liverpool, Glasgow. So at the moment it only seems to be London, and as you can see, each one of these dots represents a bomb dropped during the Second World War, which is a huge number. But if you do find that a relative died in the Blitz, you can zoom in on this website, and it just gives you a little snippet of information if you can find their address. And as you can see, there's 3 bombs dropped here, 10 bombs dropped here. So let's just go to these 2 here, and it just records what happened in that area. It's just a good little website to show you when it fell, nearby memories, and photographs of the area as well. Okay, I hope that helps on your search for family histories and putting some meat to the bones of your family history.